What's up, guys? It's Benny. President Trump is, if anything, a pragmatist who understands the realities of the political landscape. He was elected president 3 times. He has a beloved 77 million supporters who are rock solid with him, and people are going to accept that Donald Trump can also be someone who can read sort of the winds of change. And when it comes to the war in Iran, it's increased gas prices. It's caused some major frictions inside of his administration. Obviously, the Joe Kent crash out. Now I'm hearing rumors that maybe Tulsi Gabbard, maybe JD Vance doesn't want to run for president in 2028, stuff like that. Donald Trump's like needing to bring it together, bring it home, kind of like do the final note and crescendo on the war in Iran. And it seems like Trump's instinct snapped directly into place last night. And that's exactly what happened here with his Truth Social, where President Trump says he's going to wind down the Iran war. And he claims the U.S. has destroyed all of Tehran's military capacities and reveals his plans for the future critical Strait of Hormuz. Okay, so Donald Trump obviously knows that this was a massive, risky move. He's a man who can absorb an enormous amount of risk. And he walked out with Marco Rubio yesterday at the White House after posting this. We are close to meeting our objectives, and we will consider winding down our military efforts in the Middle East with respect to the terrorist regime. Now, for anybody who thinks that Donald Trump is, I think that Donald Trump is obviously reading the political pressures of the midterms and reading kind of like the internal dialogues in his administration here, but he's also incredibly consistent. He said he wanted to bomb Iran for, I don't know, the last like 50 years. Donald Trump's been saying this since the 80s. So, mission accomplished. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's going to do a landing on a giant aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean, but like, why not? Why not? I'm very excited for us to move on to the Bay of Pigs 2.0 version of the American empire conquering the world. But here we go. Here's what the president says. 1, we have completely degraded Iran's missile capacity, launchers, and everything pertaining to them. We've destroyed Iran's defense and industrial base. We've eliminated their Navy and Air Force, including aircraft weaponry. We will never allow Iran to get a nuclear weapon and always be in a position where the USA can quickly and powerfully react to such a situation, protecting the highest level of Middle Eastern allies, including Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait. And the Strait of Hormuz will be guarded and policed as necessary by other nations who use it, not the United States. That's very, very critical and important. We got enough going on in our hemisphere. Let us be the master of our own hemisphere. The United States does not. If asked, we will help these countries in the Straits of Hormuz, but it shouldn't be necessary once Iran's threat is eradicated. Importantly, it will be easy military operation for them. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Okay, so Donald Trump at the White House yesterday, walking out saying, effectively, we've won the war. And so we're winding everything down.
What did you think of that? Oh, I think we've won. We've knocked out their Navy, their Air Force. We've knocked out their anti-aircraft. We've knocked out everything. We're roaming free. From a military standpoint, all they're doing is clogging up the strait. But from a military standpoint, they're finished.
So how much longer does the American...
They're finished. Donald Trump
we can have dialogue, but I don't want to do a ceasefire. You don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side. They don't have a Navy. They don't have an Air Force. They don't have any equipment. They don't have any spotters. They don't have anti-aircraft. They don't have radar. And their leaders have all been killed at every level. We're not looking to do that.
Mr. President?
Thank you.
All right, so Donald Trump, the White House also posting as a quote, we are getting very close to our objectives as we consider winding down our military efforts in the Middle East. This is not just Trump sort of openly declaring victory, it's Trump signaling that the war is over, right? President Trump confirmed the Iran war will be winding down. CENTCOM drops more badass footage of the Iranian regime targets being taken out. I have enjoyed the hype videos. But there are political realities, obviously, to this type of military action and adventurism. The political realities are obviously that gas prices have gone haywire, and so has the stock market and things like that. And people are going to be focused on the midterms, as they always are, as they always have been, forever and for all time, on the economy. This will be it. That'll be the question. For all the people pretending to be worried about another endless war, here's the planned exit strategy. Read it and weep. Trump, we are winding down. Fantastic. Donald Trump says we are very close to meeting our objectives. The internet is celebrating. Pray that this is true. And Anna Paulina Luna on Bill Maher's show, effectively revealing this. She's very close to the White House. She's very close to the president. And Anna Paulina Luna went on Bill Maher's show and sort of revealed what Donald Trump has been thinking. And she's a veteran herself. She's married to a veteran. Good. I knew boots on the ground. What narrative was BS. If Trump manages to wind down the Iran war early, as he said he would, the podcast bros will take credit. Easiest prediction to make. They'll LOL. The whole we're going to de-escalate right before we bomb the shit out of them shtick again. I'm sure Iran will fall for it. So some people saying that this is fake, but I guess we'll see. Outstanding. Europe, Japan, China, they all depend on the strait for oil. We don't. Let them do something to help themselves for change. Okay. Trump's rhetoric has always been bullish. This is a true signal pointing to buying more time for a specific unknown reason. I guess we'll see. Donald Trump at the White House yesterday with a military event.
I want to begin by just saying we're doing extremely well in Iran. The difference between them and us is they had a Navy 2 weeks ago. They have no Navy anymore. It's all at the bottom of the sea. 58 ships knocked down in 2 days. And we have the greatest Navy anywhere in the world. It's not even close. So we are doing really well. We're not going to let them have nuclear weapons. Because if they had them, they'd use them, and we're not going to let that happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's how Anna Paulina Luna reacted to that exact same question. The question of, will this be a forever war, on Bill Maher? Go ahead and watch here.
My guess is he's not. It just seems like he gets out of shit. But can he get out of this one? That's my question. Can he get out of this one?
Yeah, I think, I guess one of the biggest announcements that just happened about maybe 43 minutes ago is that he announced that they're going to be winding down operations. And look, I've been on the phone with the White House from the very beginning. Obviously, being a veteran myself, you know, my husband, for goodness sakes, was shot in Afghanistan. So for me, the last thing I want is boots on the ground, and I would never vote for that. But to be very clear, the president and the White House had never advocated for that as well.
He said he might do it a couple of weeks ago.
I think internal conversations with the White House that we're having are maybe different than what, you know, is out there. Remember, President Trump has been very good
came out of his
at
mouth.
Using President Trump in private conversations, as well as the White House, though, has been very clear that they're not.
So you would split with him if he put boots on the ground?
Well, I don't think that he's going to. I mean,
but you would.
Yes, I would.
You would.
But I will tell you this: that in my discussions with the White House, that's never been something that's actually being discussed. And also, too, the day after it happened, I think this is important for people to know. I talked to Secretary Rubio within 24 hours of everything going down. And what I will tell you is, and we can probably get into the issue of whether or not there was an imminent threat, which in my belief there was, but there was this thing called the Nazir Plan. And that was basically, if they were hit at all, that they would retaliate. And as you saw in Tulsi's hearing that she did the other day, she said part of her job at ODNI is to actually provide the threat analysis of potential outcomes for if that were to take place. And it is my belief that they would have basically resulted in mass fatality for our troops in the southern portion of that region.
Well, you seem to know some stuff we don't.
Well, that's why I'm here to kind of have the discussion, though, because I think...
I mean, you know.
Like, people have the right to be concerned.
Did you know this shit, Paul?
No. I'm glad to hear it. I don't...